Good morning, YouTube, BookTube. This is Johnny. Time to make a video. My wife left this morning for a doctor's appointment to see about her knee and then go to a Bible study at her church. And I thought, since the house is quiet and I'm sitting here writing in my diary, as I always do in the mornings, in the afternoons, I write all the time. I'm on page 255 for the year 2020, the year of the plague. And yeah, lately in the mornings, to be honest, I haven't been able to read anything. The other morning we went grocery shopping. I think that was yesterday. No, it was Monday we went grocery shopping. I don't know. I'm just kind of out of it. I'm just like in a state of fog. But I have been reading Canon, Covenant, Christology, Rethinking Jesus, and the Scriptures of Israel by Matthew Barrett. I've been reading this. I've read, I don't know, 77 pages. If I'm going to read anything for devotions in the morning, for morning worship, I read this. But like I said, lately I get up in the morning, I write my diary, have breakfast, and I just kind of just sit dozing. What I should do is go for a vigorous walk somewhere. So I didn't do a Monday reads. So excuse me. There was, I mentioned last month, this is March Mammoth, and I still have been reading From Peoples into Nations, A History of Eastern Europe by John Connelly. I plan to get into this again this afternoon or today. Read some more of this. But I've been, and then I have been reading this book I showed, The Eye You See With, Selected Nonfiction by Robert Stone. I've been reading this, and I've read a great deal of The Parisian by Isabella, Hammad. I read almost 220 pages of this the other day, and I'm letting my mind digest it. But what I've been reading since Monday, I picked up at Monday at the Book Nook, the library used bookstore. I picked up this book for a couple of dollars, The Invisible Bridge, The Fall of Nixon and the Rise of Reagan by Perlstein. Now when I saw this book, I was cataloging it in library thing, I had another book by him, and I dug it out of our library down in the lower level. It's called Nixonland, The Rise of a President and the Fracturing of America by Perlstein. And I've been reading this since Monday. I've read almost 400 pages of this. It's 850 pages. This could be like my March Mammoth. And I've been reading this pretty steadily about the rise of up to the election of Richard Nixon, 1968, and his election. And I'm really enjoying this. And this is part of a trilogy, and he has another one coming out in this series in August of this year, and I pre-ordered it. I wrote it down in my diary here. He has coming out Reaganland, America's Right Turn, 1976 to 1980. he has coming out in August of 2020. I ordered the first volume of this history of the, it's almost like the history of not only the presidents like Reagan and Nixon, but also the rise and history of American conservatism. It's really great. It's just the way he writes he's really good. But the one I got coming in the mail today that I ordered used, Between the Storm, Barrett Goldwater and the Making of American Consensus. So I have that one coming in the mail today. I'm going to start reading that one. I collect books on Barrett Goldwater. Those who are out there, that might be a name you do not know. But Barrett Goldwater was, when I was in the 60s, he ran for president. He's a kind of one of the key figures in the rise of American conservatism in American politics. So yeah, I've been reading this and last couple of days, and also I've been on the YouTube watching videos on the history of American conservatism. Rick Perlstein has many excellent lectures and talks on YouTube. I recommend him. Check him out if you're interested in the history of American conservatism, American politics. And so that's what's going on in my book world. Like I said, I'm always kind of out of it. I don't know. And now we have that Cornelius virus? I can't remember how to pronounce it, but so I'm kind of freaked out. Not much else going on here. Like I said, I write in my diary, I get up in the morning, I read my books, I watch the birds, I volunteer at the Book Nook on Mondays and Fridays. Don't plan to go anywhere. I don't want to get sick or get contact with people who are sick. Watching lectures on YouTube, talking to my wife, eating food, just drifting through existence. So yeah, I was really enjoying reading the Parisian. This is really it's worth reading. I recommend it. I'm supposed to get Robert Stone's, he was an American writer who passed away, and who edited this volume, Matthew Smart Bell, wrote a biography on Robert Stone, which is coming out this month, which I plan to read when it comes out. And I want to get back into From Peoples into Nations, A History of Eastern Europe by John Connelly. And in the mornings, when I'm in the right frame of mind, I read Canon, Covenant, Christology by Matthew Barnett. I haven't really got into Invisible Bridge, The Fall of Nixon and the Rise of Reagan, but I plan to. But first I want to get into that Barrett Goldwater book. And like I said, I pre-ordered the one coming out in August, Reaganland. I think that's what it was called. Let me look at that again. What was it called? It was called Reaganland, America's Right Turn, 1976 to 1980. So if you're into American politics, where you want to know about American conservatism, you want to know American history, I recommend his books, Nixonland and The Invisible Bridge, and then his other one, which I'll show, Barrett Goldwater and the Unmaking of the American Consensus. So, hope you're having a good week. Today, it is a Wednesday. It is March the 11th, 2020. It is 8:23 in the morning here in West Michigan. It is a Wednesday. And I'm drinking coffee, making this video. Just want to stop by and say hi. Thank you for the new subscribers. Thank you for the comments. Do pray you're all healthy and strong. Wash your hands. Don't go anywhere if you're sick. Pray that the Lord might hold back the plague, that He would have mercy upon us. Yeah, when you really realize how, everybody was so positive. The economy was supposed to be running great, and everybody was feeling good about certain things, and then this virus comes, this plague, and everything just turns different. It just shows you how fragile everything is. Nothing is certain. You think everything is really going great, and then one thing comes and affects everything. I mean, I lost a lot of money on my investments. My retirement funds dropped dramatically. Just realize that you don't have any security in this world. Nothing is certain. Your health, your finances, anything. It could all just be wiped out just by one, virus, this thing. So anyway, with that cheery note, once again, I do thank you for the comments and for the new subscribers, and until next time, bye.